This is an Adventures in Middle-Earth actual play using Fantasy Grounds. You can find session summaries, items and characters on World Anvil, where our campaign is called In the Shadow of the Mountains. You'll find links to that and our other forms of media for our sessions, as well as an index of this episode in the description. This episode has jump cuts to keep the run time down. Previously, the tapping of goblins working the rock beneath them has prompted the Fellowship to explore the mines of Mountain Hall to ascertain the level of threat they pose. The underground foray was uneventful until 2 old rock plugs were discovered, the level of workmanship only possible by dwarven hands. The larger one has been breached, and we join the group as they crawl their way through into a part of the mine not explored for thousands of years.
Okay, so you're starting to go south. I'll carry on drawing for you. So I'm assuming you're shining a torch this way. It goes on into the distance up to almost the edge of your torch. Looks like it's entering into a wider area. Again, it's very similarly well made. And on the right-hand side, as you're going south, is a side passage going off. It's interesting. So this is sloping quite distinctly down. And you can tell, Mona, this is following a seam where you are now.
Okay. Are we to go on?
Let's go for it, yeah.
I think so,
Got a
yeah.
wiggle on.
Okay.
Gonna start looking for traps this time. So you might keep your eyes peeled as well. You've got the good ones.
Looking every 5-10 feet for tracks is going to be pretty slow.
No traps, I think. Just make sure there's nothing there.
Okay, just give me an investigation check in the tower. That seems pretty safe. Floors are solid stone. And you get down, peer around the corner, Monin, and there's another passageway. It doesn't go far, 20 feet, and then it turns, looks to the south again. So you shine the torch south, Monin, and you see a larger cavern with another exit off to the east. And it also looks like it opens up into an even larger area further south.
But all these halls, they have not been trod for many a year. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, this looks... There's no sign of any animal activity, nothing down here at all.
If we go by the edge of that, age of that coin, it's probably a couple of millennia.
What about up? Anything on the ceiling?
Turn the torch up. Give me a perception check as you're looking in that cavern. As you walk in, so you're doing this in the cave. You don't notice anything untoward up. There's literally nothing that would be any sign of any creatures. No spider webs, no bat droppings, anything here. Right, it's almost buried in rubble. Against the wall in that square is the remains. Looks like a few bone fragments of some small humanoid, probably no bigger than 3 feet tall.
Goblin size?
What size?
Goblin size?
About 3 feet, you would estimate, and it's not a whole skeleton, like bits of it. No skull, for example, but you would estimate from the bits of the. And it's pretty old. It's not 2,000 years old. It's pretty old, but you can see just a little skeleton there. So you can move yourselves up to there. That's kind of where you are, and I can draw a little bit more on.
What's happened to it? Is there any way of telling?
Yeah, give me an investigation check in the tower if you want to have a look at it in detail. So, Arahad, you have a good look at it. You see signs that the head looks like it's been severed. It's hard for you to say what did it, but it's not a clean cut that a sword would make. And one of the bones has been. It looks like it's been sheared through.
It's like a trap to me. I think we should be careful. Is there anything in the vicinity that looks like it could have done it? Are there any sort of holes in the wall or traps, basically?
Another investigation check if you're checking out the corridors and stuff.
Should all have a look.
Yeah, everyone give me an investigation check in the tower.
Mine's got that look where you just stood on a landmine.
Perfectly safe, guys. It looks absolutely fine.
I look safe then.
Ah, well. He'll walk into the spot where the skeleton is.
Which way are you going? You can kind of head south or east. You can see a big cavern to the south.
Yeah, we'll go south.
Okay. As you go into that cave, Monin, you're first man in, and you're kind of walking along the floor. Give me a dexterity saving throw. You suddenly lurch, and the floor looks like it was basically just covered with a thin layer of dust and detritus. It starts collapsing, and you leap back. There's about a 4-foot wide crevasse that kind of is right at your feet. And you look, and it looks like, oh my God, that was just covered up by some maybe rockfall from the ceiling. And you pinch yourself that you didn't spot it, but it's right in front of you. And it stretches maybe 6-8 feet across the cavern. It's very clear now, you can see it, but it looks like it may have been filled in with some rockfall from above.
And it's quite deep.
You shine light down it, yeah. Actually, you can see the bottom. It's maybe 20 feet deep.
Anything glinting down there as he moves the light around it?
Give me
investigate.
a perception check from here. Unless you're going right down into it, you wouldn't ready to investigate. So just give me another perception.
Again, Merlin
No,
encourages anybody else
just
to
looks
look.
like rubble, stone and stuff down there. It looks like a natural fissure.
And can we sort of see the extent of it? So does it sort of go off in any directions, or is it just a sort of...
No, it looks like it
closed-
narrows, if anything. It's about
Right.
6 feet long and maybe narrows to about 2 to 3
Right.
feet, 20 feet down. So it does not look like a cavern system underneath.
But it looks natural, does it? It's not a trap, then it's just a...
No, it just looks like a natural fissure.
Coincidence.
Anything else to note in the cavern that we're in?
No.
How's your tap, 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 Arrowhead?
Oh yeah, I'll do tapping survey.
Tap check.
You can hear a faint tapping. It's no real louder. And it's definitely a long way below.
I'm intrigued now.
Okay, you're looking east. That's what you see when you shine the torch in there. So, Arrowhead, you can't see any more down there than what you did.
No, because it's dark. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll stay with the others.
Which way do you want us to go?
They look like rooms, don't they? Let's go that way.
So, yeah, you're right. As you investigate further, to the east looks like much more regular rooms. Some rubble that looks like a wall's collapsed between them. There is also looks like a natural cavern kind of goes to the south. And Monin's dwarven senses detect that there may well be a linking area
connection.
between there.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
strangely.
Wow.
Spidey senses are strong with Monin today, and you do confirm that.
Should we try and look in these rooms and just see if there's any clues as to what they were for
Yeah.
Yeah,
or anything in them?
Bonnie's looking quite excited now. Hey, come on.
There's actually a stone door there, very obvious one, carved to be stone. It's got a pull handle on. It's incredible craftsmanship. It looks like it's pivoting on stone hinges. Okay, so you're having a look in that room there. Hathis,
Yep.
Give me a perception check in the tower. You discover
Another boot.
it actually was another boot, and I thought that's really silly. I'm not giving you that. You discover actually, it's really weird. You discover some really strange fungus with a kind of woody appearance, growing quite close to the floor. It actually looks like, it's strange. It almost looks like quite a smooth wood, dark brown wood.
But it's more of a fungus.
It's a floor level, quite large and flat, probably slightly smaller than a dinner plate. Almost at level with your boot. As you walk into that room, and it's growing quite close to the floor.
Is it something I recognise, or is it completely weird? Never seen it before. I'm a
Give me a
woodsman, I guess.
nature.
In tower?
check
Yeah.
in the tower, yeah. No idea what that is. If you want to pick it, I can drag it into the.
To be honest, no.
No.
I'm a bit cautious of weird funguses.
Yes. It looks happy here. Let's leave it.
God, there's weird growths. There's matter.
All right, move on.
Have a look at this door. Is there any obvious keyholes or anything in it?
It's just got a grab handle by the looks of things to pull.
Okay, I'll check if it traps, then push it. Don't know if I need Sigmar's expertise. No point putting him at risk for this.
Okay, so just give me an investigation check in the tower for see if we can find anything. No, perfectly safe.
Gonna open it then.
Give me it's pretty well wedged, so give me a strength athletics check. Oh, you can do it in the open. You really put your shoulder behind it, and you think it budges slightly, but it re-jams again. It looks pretty jammed in the sill. It's clearly ancient.
Okay, Brennan's going to look at Arrowhead. It never opens. Wedged shut.
Let me give it a go.
Wasting your time. Wasting your time.
I like his appealing to his ego. That's great.
Ah.
Arrowhead breezes through it.
Diddly. Yeah,
Oh, you
it's
must
a push.
have, you,
It's a
you
push,
must have
not pull.
loosened it.
Oh, that's what it was. At least did.
And behind it is a. So this is. You could tell this would have been very, very well carved.
Oh wow!
Pretty large chamber. Doors to the north and south. But now there are some areas of the walls look like maybe, I don't know, some ancient times, some seismic activity is, so bits have crumbled off and fallen, but only in 2 places. The rest of it's very, very well constructed. And it goes up to a kind of, it's really strange. It almost goes up to a central point, maybe 20 feet above you. All 4 corners are perfectly carved in this wonderful arc up to this central point in the ceiling.
Now we're
Nothing in it. I mean, anything wood in here would have long disappeared to dust. It's pretty dry though. In here, no real water or anything on the floor.
You saying there's carving on the wall or anything like that?
No, nothing else around.
I'm still a bit nervous about this skittering noise I heard earlier on, given that there's no sign of anything alive down here. So I'm going to be quite wary, keeping a watch behind us as well.
Don't worry, Sigmar's far enough away to be taken from behind with no one noticing. As in any good adventure.
Where is Sigmar? Has anyone seen him?
He's disappeared. So Sigmar, you're looking down to the south. Monin, sorry, first off, let's do Monin. Are you shining the torch down for Sigmar or?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Wom.
Okay, so to the south, there is a granite statue of a dwarf interlaced with a lot of brass detail on it. Seems to be a male holding a downward pointed bellows. So imagine like a dwarven smith with bellows that are pointing down in big burly arms, almost like braced to push the bellows together, and the bellows go straight into the floor.
Mm.
And on the plinth, Monin, as you're looking, you can all see this.
It says made in China.
Made in Khazad-dûm.
He'll read it out loud if it's Kuzdul.
Yeah, you can read it. So it says that in Kuzdul. Breathe easy, friends. Brahor, son of Gudrum.
So breath and bellows suggest something interesting.
Has we heard of this in Dwarven history?
Give me a law check. Modifying by you got double stone skill, so double your proficiency bonus in law. So I think is adding 2 to your law roll. And do that in the tower. Okay. You've definitely heard of Dwarven Mines using mechanisms to do one of a number of things. So you know that in mines there is potential danger of flammable gas buildup. You're aware that some mines flood. You're aware that you need also to move air and circulate air around in mines just to keep oxygen levels high. You think that's something to do with one of those things. You just don't know what.
Yeah, I guess it's to move the air around. Talking about breathing easy. Do you think those bellows are real? Are they carved bellows or real bellows? Do they move?
So give me an investigation check. You need to move up closer to it though.
Yeah.
On from there. Okay, give me an investigation check. It looks like both arms hinge very, very cleverly, but the actual main body of the bellows looks very rigid, almost like carved from the same plinth. But the arms of the dwarf and the arms of the bellows look like they move, both of them in either direction.
And if I respectfully walk around the statue, there's no, see if there's any sign of, I guess, any, like a big key or wind up or a lever to turn or anything like that.
No, you investigated it. The rest of it's just really well carved dwarf.
So I'll tell the others, obviously, these arms and the arms of the bellows look very carefully hinged, very cleverly hinged.
So are we aware Brahor, son of Gudrum, is that anyone we've heard of? Or say Monin probably more likely what is heard of, John.
Give me a law check. Highly unlikely. It's about 2,200 years old.
Yeah, I think Mona hasn't heard of this person.
Arahad, you're convinced that that is one. You seem to remember that that was one of the great elven lines of yore. Grudem could have even been one of the Maya that came down to Middle Earth in the First Age.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of his brother.
Can Hathis try and gently and respectfully move these arms?
Okay, give me a strength athletic check.
He's not going to try and break them. It's just.
No, that's fine. You're just trying to move them together or whatever. Yeah, just
Do you want it in the tower or in the open, John?
You can do it in the open. That's fine. Okay, so Hathis, you grab one arm and it doesn't move. You can tell it wants to, and then you grab both. It's incredibly hard resistance. You're kind of straining. You kind of wish you'd done a bit more chest exercises in your youth. And then they gradually start moving, and as they move, they get easier and easier and easier. And they get to the middle, they nearly touch, and then they almost not spring apart because they're going really slowly. And then you pull them out, and then you start pushing them together, and they gradually are starting to speed up.
Mm-hmm.
You let go, and they kind of carry on going at their own device for maybe 10 cycles, and then gradually stop.
Okay, so it feels like a mechanism that he'll try that again and see if they run for longer, whether it's just 2,500 years old, just needs a little bit of working.
I mean, you get a sense there's incredible mass moving somewhere, but it's so well designed that there is.
Yeah,
it's like pushing a ship. Once you get it moving, it's moving, but there's a lot of mass somewhere. So you move it again. You do it this time for maybe 20 seconds. Let go. It goes for longer. It goes for maybe 18, 19 seconds. And then stop. So it looks like it's designed for someone to do, and once it's started, it's easy to move, but it needs to still be maintained by someone. Monin, you know Monin well, and obviously he's not a sentimental type, but you see his eyes are gleaming with a faint. Is that a hint of a tear? That
it is dusty down here, isn't it, Monin?
That's very dusty. Very dusty.
Wow, I think there's a beautiful mechanism for moving the area here somewhere, that some kind of steward who knows what he's doing would get this place humming beautifully.
And there's been feed a man will be in this area now.
Let's just see. Hang on a sec. Arahad, while Hathis was moving the arms, the bellows and the arms of the dwarf, you had a sense, and you kind of move closer, and then you put your ear to the ground near the plinth, and then you get close to Hathis, and as the arms slow down, you've got your ear really close to the dwarven arms, moving slower and slower, and you go, I know what it is. I can hear water gurgling. Anyone else hear that?
It may be part of the mechanism.
Is that perception?
Yeah, so that was, he was the only one to hear it.
Let's keep investigating then. This place is
interesting, fascinating.
Where are you going next?
I'm quite nervous about all these areas with no doors that we haven't looked at yet.
Should we head north?
I've put an arrow on the map.
Which one?
That area there, the pink one?
Yeah, is that a gap or?
Yes, there's a door. Actually, you've been in there looking. I can draw that room on as well. So there's a small room there which goes to that door. It doesn't appear to go anywhere else.
Should we try going to this north to this area which is just open, which is also where the skittering noise came from in that direction?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Fine by me. Just check this other room out first, though.
Yeah, do you want to search in there, Monin? Give me an investigation check.
Somebody else have a look in here. This dusk is getting my eyes.
Hathis will come in. Hathis will go in.
Okay, so Sigma, Hathis, give me an investigation check as well. Hathis, you find
another boot. Come on.
It's pretty evident, but right in the corner there is some more unsafe floor. You don't go down it. You find it easily. But yeah, it's maybe a bit less shallow, but it looks like there are some pretty sharp rocks on the way down through it. But you don't find anything else.
But I point it out as if, clearly, you didn't tell me about this bit, did you?
You passed the test.
Obviously, he had spotted it, being a dwarf, so yeah.
I think just before we go north, maybe just check this south door here.
Yeah, may as well.
And then we can head on north. because I
And
think
is that a
that's
little
everything.
slit to the left, to the very bottom southwest corner? Is that a little slit? Yeah, that kind of area.
Gap.
Yeah, it might be. As you're in that room and you shine the torch, yeah, you can see that some of what there looks like a room beyond. It wouldn't be possible to get through, but there is definitely a kind of crack going south into there. So Monin, give me a strength athletics check. The doors are all pretty stiff. Oh, you're fine. You open it easily, and it opens and reveals another small square room behind it.
Just make sure there's no false floor or falling rocks in this one first.
Yeah, give me whatever's best, perception or investigation. If you're looking for like unsafe stuff, add your stone modifier as well, so I'll add 2 to that. No, it looks safe in there.
Okay, have a little look around then. Is that investigation?
Okay, investigation, yep, in the tower.
Hey guys, have a look in here.
So in that room, actually slumped in that corner, which looks small, probably you need to be about 2 foot, 1 to 2 foot, maybe 1 foot in creatures could get through it. But in the corner, just north of where Sigma is another skeleton. In fact, actually, it's much less than a skeleton. It's some leg bones and foot bones, like lying on the floor. And actually, you also see remains of almost like the outline of a rusted dagger, more like a stain on the floor than anything else. Again, very small, no more than you would estimate from the size of the bones, maybe 2 to 3 feet high.
Right, okay, so that's 2 skeletons like that, roughly that size. One here, one up.
And you've not found a whole one yet?
Right, over to the northern search team.
Yeah,
You've got the light. Yeah, you've got the light source.
Here you go.
So Arahad, you shine it north.
Yeah.
And it does open into a more natural cavern. Again, this looks like the dwarven workmanship is combined with much more natural stonework here. But again, there are 2 dwarven tunnels going off east.
And does it look? The floor still looks sort of no tracks or anything on the floor that I can see.
Nope, can't see anything there.
Okay, so I go and look down the first one.
Oh my god, this is like a gem of dwarven engineering. It's the first ever dwarven privy that you found. This is a stone seat, and it's ergonomically carved for dwarven buttocks by the looks of it.
So super wide.
It looks like it would be very comfortable just to spend some contemplative moments on.
Well, moaning, we'll turn our backs.
We call it Kazi Doom.
Oh, bravo! That's definitely worth an inspiration point, right?
Oh, seriously, that's so bad.
No, it really is. Sorry, I'm pulling rank there. You're getting an inspiration point for that.
Right. Okay. We'll go on to the next.
Okay, so you shine it down the next one. Oh wow, this is opening into. My God, it looks like a dining room or something.
Right by the toilet.
So you go in here, and there are stone benches and stone tables, still very clearly carved with, in the very standard repeating patterns that you're very familiar with, Monin. It could have been that they've been left here literally last year. They look incredibly well made. They just look like people just got up, moved away from them, and they haven't been used in millennia, but still very well constructed. So this looks like, it's an upward sloping path. Again, it looks like it's followed a seam. This looks like most of this is being carved out. The pillar there looks like a different type of rock from the rest of the walls. And it looks like dwarves have kind of carved right the way up to that rock through other rock to get here and left it.
You need to go and look at that, surely.
Yeah.
Why would they do that, Monin?
It's full of Arkan stones just like popping out of everywhere.
Yeah.
It's massive. Yeah.
We'll go in then and examine that and look around the rest of the room.
So you walk all the way around the pillar. You actually investigate most of the rest of the cave. There is another entrance going up to the northwest, and another smaller passage going off to the north.
God, we've improved the facilities at this crappy mine in Mountain Hall. Just upgraded it.
So are you investigating that pillar? Monin, give me
definitely.
a stonecraft check in the tower, and Hathis, give me an investigation roll. No, I mean, you think it's structural. You think it was deliberately left. You would estimate that this would have been So it's darker, almost like basalt maybe. So this could have been some sort of fissure that's got filled with. It could be millions of years old. You don't know, but it looks a very hard basaltic type rock. Nothing really special about it. It just looks like, yeah, this is probably worth leaving here structurally to help with retain the ceiling.
Hold the roof up. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't knock this down, guys. It holds the roof up.
Yeah, so Monin's probably the only person that doesn't feel that threatened by this millions of tons of rock above you.
Cozy.
like my bedroom back home. So where are you looking next, guys? Oh, that way. Okay, so you look east and you look north. There's another dwarven passage that ends in Digworks, by the looks of things, and another passage going south after that.
Should we try? My natural curiosity would take me up here to the northwest of the dining room.
Yeah, let's have a look there. Being prepared now.
That table that's broken, the big dining room table that's broken, is that sort of a rock fall or?
So first off, you said you wanted to have a look here. So there's a cavern there. Just give me a perception or an investigation check, whatever you prefer, for that area northwest where you are, Hathis. No, there's nothing in there that you can see. And then give me a check for the table, an investigation check. No, you can't really see. It just looks a crack down it, which is basically it's kind of the northern end has fallen and collapsed to the floor. So it's diagonal. The rest there's legs in the middle, which is holding that jagged piece up as well off the floor.
But the table's collapsed.
Shoddy dwarven
They're
work.
good at mining, but they're bad at furniture moaning.
So is that northwest corner, John? That's enclosed, is it?
Yeah, it's just a cavern there. I'll unhide a bit more of it. Right, to you next, gents. There's a door. Sorry, I didn't mention. There's a door in the east wall there.
Sigma, do you want to?
I think we should go for the north bit.
Yeah.
After you. Yeah, good man.
So you shine the torch up from there, Sigma, and you see it accesses a much, probably even almost as large as the cave you're in. So the one you're in is much more of a natural cavern, and this one is similarly, but it looks like it's linked to something dwarven made. And as you peer in, you can see that kind of part of a cavern. So looks like it narrows to the west and it opens up into a much larger area east.
Is there any more sign of that skittering?
Give me everyone give me a perception check. Sigma, Athos and Arahad, you say, what? Can you hear that?
What? Can you hear that?
Listen. And you hear, I hope this works. Oh, you hear that?
Is it the same spidery noise you heard in the forest?
I've got a synthesizer.
So that's the kind of, you don't hear the synthesizer, you do hear the...
And the weapons ready, weapons at hand. Where's it coming from, John? From that north direction?
From the north, yeah.
Should we head for trouble? I'm going to move towards the entrance there.
Shield, Warhammer.
Guys, I'm going to lock tokens. So from now on, I'll just ask you to move. If you want to roll initiative, just so you can work out the order you move.
Oh, no.
Just there's no other reason.
We're getting sucked into conflict, aren't we? Tokens are locked. Roll initiative just in case. Yes. Pathos nicely on the back foot.
Exactly as he likes it.
Good.
This is basically sitting on the John. All right. Arahad, you move to where you are and you suddenly think, shit. And you sense and you look down at your legs and there's a very thin but much thicker than normal spider web going off into the darkness of the cave, and you can see it vibrate up the cavern.
Thrumming.
Okay.
Just rang the doorbell, haven't you?
Yes, I'm going to. Well, I guess I need to wait for my initiative, do I? But I'm going to.
Yes, you do.
Tell the others to exit from the.
Sigmar, you get to react first.
To what? There's nothing to react to, is there?
to the weird music that's happening and skittering noises from the cavern up?
I'm just gonna knock an arrow and point it in that general direction and keep my eyes peeled. Essentially hold my action to shoot anything nasty that comes our way.
Okay. So just hit next actor. Next up is Monin.
Did Monin know that Ara had hit something?
He hasn't said anything yet.
Can I say anything yet or not?
Not until you're around.
Okay, Monin says, come up easy, go up together, in case there's something coming at us. And they just stand up beside Sigmar, watching what Sigmar's looking down at.
What is it? I don't know. All right, give me a perception check. Okay. Next up, it is you now, Arrowhead.
Okay, I'm going to. So is this? I'm going to say there's a spider's web, large spider's web, so everyone's aware. And is it hold? Can I move back out of it easily?
It's not like trapping you or anything. You just brushed against a web and you saw it thrum into the darkness.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to step back from it, and I've got my sword ready, and I'm going to look up at the sea. Is the ceiling high? I'm just sort of keeping.
Yeah. So it's about 15 foot. The corridor is pretty high. Yeah. The room beyond is much higher, maybe 25 feet. There's a cavern, more of a room. Okay. It looks like the floor has been flattened, though. It looks like it's easy to navigate in.
There's nothing crawling along the ceiling at the moment.
Give me a perception check in the tower. Sorry, don't see anything in the ceiling. So you can only see the area I've lit up. That was where your torch could shine when you're up there, and it's even narrower now. You can only kind of see up. You can't really even see that pillar on the right.
Athos will move up, stick his back quietly, and stick his back up against the wall and draw his bow and arrow. And he'll look more sort of behind them in case anything comes around and behind us. Yeah,
you need to be there to do that, but you can move into there and kind of just peer around behind Arrowhead. Give me a perception check in the... it needs to be a disadvantage. There's a lot of shadow up at the ceiling, so that you just can't shine it high enough, but give me a perception check at disadvantage. You're trying to look into the dim area as well. No, can't see a thing. Mm-hmm. It's just too dark.
Yep.
Okay. That everything?
Yeah.
Just hit next actor.
Yeah. Hang on. Done.
You're up.
Yeah. Just keep holding my action. There's nothing to do, to shoot at.
Are there many webs that we can see in this room, or is it just...
You saw the one that that was strung kind of across that entrance and thrummed into the darkness. You haven't seen any up in the ceilings. You've not seen any else around on the floor. Nope. Monin.
Will Monin have enough movement to be able to step forward, whack on the web a couple of times, and then step back to his original position?
Yeah.
Okay, so exactly what he does. Goes through and whacks it a couple of times with his warhammer. Come on, you spidery bastards!
So you hear this sort of... It's really strange. It's like elastic. Pretty strong thread to this web. It thrums even audibly to you, Monin. You step back, grip your warhammer tightly with two hands, and just look into the darkness.
Though I am reminded of the last time when we thought it was 3 or 4 spiders, and behind that wall there was about 100.
Sigmar and Arrowhead, but only you can see at ceiling high, right in the eaves, 20 feet above the floor, something with horrible long spindly legs slowly emerge into the very faint light cast by the torch at that high, right at the top of that kind of column. And it's horrible. It's slowly and sinuously kind of gradually slows down, and you swear you can see the glint of 1,000 facets of little eyes looking at you from at the ceiling.
Can I shoot an arrow into it?
Yeah, so you're ready in action to do that. Sigmar, you had as well. You were the only 2 people that have seen it, though. So Arrowhead, target it and fire an arrow. It has partial cover. Sigmar, you hit.
Leroy Jenkins.
Your arrow hits home. So does yours, Arrowhead. So just roll the damage as well.
What do you dwarves keep in your tunnels?
Nice shot, Arrowhead. You, both of you, unerringly send arrows towards the glittering eyes and squelch into a corpse. You hear it from behind. God, my throat hurts now. From behind the column, and the thing scuttles backwards and out of sight.
Good shooting, lads.
Arrowhead, it's now your action. Enemy engaged. Enemy engaged.
I can't see it anymore then, John.
No, it's got, as soon as you. So it got hit by those 2 arrows. It was like peering cautiously at ceiling level. Didn't expect you to see it. Got 2 arrows, but like in the carapace, and then scuttled back.
Oh, I'd get +2 damage actually against spiders.
No, okay. I'll give you some more damage against spiders.
Nice.
Got a rule bender for every occasion. I look at this character.
Yeah. I get +10 damage against things that are underground.
Okay, so there is a thump from behind the pillar.
It's great.
Nice.
That was a helpful rule bender from Arrowhead. He's got 1 million of them.
So these two it popped round. These two nailed it.
Yeah, the amazing shooting. Yeah.
I think we should be okay now, guys.
Nice work.
Possibly.
Correct,
Should we move into the room?
I think so. It's encouraging.
Yeah. Can we keep it? I want to keep an eye on this ceiling, though, particularly.
Okay.
So
and you're holding the. So Sigmar's holding the torch, yeah.
Yeah.
And not a bow.
No, he just fired a bow. So who's holding the torch?
Hathis can take it.
If it's a lantern, it's probably on the floor.
Hathis can pick it up and move it with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're moving in, Arrowhead, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go in first, though, but keeping a very close look on the ceiling. Should Monin come up towards the front, do you think?
He can move in his turn, so...
I think we're still locked, John, I think.
I know you are. You're meant to be. So move where you want to go.
We haven't killed them all. We just killed the junior.
So drag yourself to where you want to go.
Is the ceiling a lot higher as soon as you come out of the tunnel, is it?
Yeah, gradually goes up, but probably to a peak 20, 25 feet above you.
So I want to kind of move slowly, particularly if it gets to a point where I can't see above me, if that makes sense. If there's a kind of...
So just drag yourself where you want to go. So you get up to 10 feet, so you move 10, and it definitely opens up. You can see a little bit more of the room. I'll just draw that on. But it's pretty dark for you. Your eyesight's not that great.
No, I don't particularly want to be too close to the front, but I'm bringing up the rear with the lantern.
All of that ceiling within about probably 5 to 10 feet of you rises quite rapidly to about 20, 25 feet high. It's very shadowy up there, Arrowhead.
All right. Can someone move up just behind me with the torch and just shine it up towards the ceiling?
So what are you doing? Just readying an action after saying that? Yeah.
Oh, I'm expecting something to leap on me from above or around the corner.
So you're just getting ready to dodge. So mechanic terms,
ready
dodge.
to hit it.
Okay, so ready and action. Just click the ready action button on your action tab, and then hit next actor.
Oh, okay, right.
And you've got your sword out now, or still your bow out?
Sword now.
Okay. You can definitely hear some noises now coming from here.
Where from? Nearby or?
From in the cavern, in the darkness. You can just hear them.
Okay.
Athos, you're up.
Yeah, I'm taking a step just behind Arrowhead and shining the lantern helpfully past him, up and moving it around so we can see, especially up and around
the corner.
So giving him vision as much as I can, but hiding behind him quite shamelessly.
So you're shining it up in the area that you can see. The only bit you really see a little bit more clearly is there's a passageway going up to the north. You get another 5 feet of vision up there. You can't see anything in the ceiling very, very much. Hathis, give me a perception check. Yeah, so just poking out from probably like that from behind that pillar is like a spindly leg on the floor, but stuck up at a funny angle.
I think it's a dead spider behind that pillar.
What about round to the right, John?
Can't see any further. Yeah, if you look at where his torch is shining, you probably couldn't even see that far.
And that's all Hathis is going to do. He ain't going to go any further in terms of taking the lead.
Okay.
Do you want to pass me the lantern so I can have a good look round the corner?
Yeah, if you
Sigmar,
want.
you're moaning. I don't think you.
Unless someone else wants to.
Sorry, just dragging you back a little bit, Sigmar. Moaning, do you want to move the torch up a little bit? I think you're in control of that. Thanks. And then I'll just move you back. So Sigmar, it's your turn to act. So Arahad, so you've now got the torch. Okay, Arahad.
Yeah. So I've got the torch in one hand and my
Sword in the other.
Sword in the other hand.
So you're holding this torch up and got a sword in your other hand. You can shine it around a bit more now. Give me actually no, it's not your round. Sigmar, it's your round. So it literally just been kind of passed up from Hathis at the end of Hathis' round to you. Sigmar, it's your turn to act now.
Yeah, I guess I'll just move up to here and aim my bow forward and shoot anything nasty that comes our way.
All right. Next is Monin.
Monin's going to rummage in his backpack, grab out one of his torches, and try and get the flame from the lantern to start it.
Okay, you kind of pass it up the chain a bit. I'll say it gets lit quite easily and passed back to you. It kind of lights. It's designed to light fast, and you've got a torch lit now. But that was your round action.
Okay.
And next is you, Arahad. Yeah, so you're looking ceiling-wise and up that direction?
Yeah.
Okay, holy shit, do you think? This is what you see. Can you see some spiders on the map now?
Yes.
3 so far.
Yeah. You see 3 spiders all up near the ceiling. Their eyes, they almost like hiss and their eyes turn away from the light as you go in because they're very accustomed to it. But they rapidly swivel their heads back in a very grotesque way. They kind of rotate 180 degrees and turn back to face you. And you can tell they're eager to pounce. I don't know how you could tell that with your knowledge of spiders. So that was what you saw. You've now got a light shining into the room, and you can see at the ceiling high there are 3 spiders. One of them looks unusually ample, looks a bit bigger than the others. Sorry, excuse the pun.
Unusually ample.
Am I able to? Is that the end of my action? Or?
So you've to make a perception roll. That is an action. You've now spotted things in there. They were pretty hard to see, but you made that successfully. No, actually, no, you didn't. You could see them quite easily because you said you were shining at the ceiling. So you can act normally. They are currently at the ceiling.
Okay. I'm going to say to everyone, fall back and let's work out how we deal with these. And then can I move backwards, given everyone's behind me?
So it's
or not?
10 feet of movement per person. So it'd be 25 foot of movement to get to that square, or 5, 10, 15 feet of movement to get to that square.
I think it's better if we take them on in the entrance rather than...
They don't appear to be stupid. They didn't go into the light. It was only because you shined the light up to them that you saw them. They were literally right on the edge of the light as you had it previously before you shone it into the room and moved up deliberately with it.
Right.
So just drag your characters where you want to move.
So I'm going to... So I've got the wrong weapon. I assume... Can I draw my bow and shoot it from where I... No, actually, I won't do that because I'm holding the lantern, aren't I?
You can't fire a missile weapon and fire a holder.
No, exactly. So I'm going to fall back to there.
Okay.
And
so just
keep
move
the lantern shined sort of down the tunnel and try and... In fact, can I hand the lantern to someone else so I can get my...
So it's a free action to hand the lantern to someone if they want it. I think Sigmar's got his hands full with a bow, so it couldn't be him, but you could pass it to Hathis.
Mm-hmm.
Hathis, would you take it? And
you can be the target, Hathis.
Yeah. I'm not hanging around in that doorway. Put it that way.
Okay, so just delete it and you can create a lantern, Hathis. I'll delete it for you. It's dark and you lose sight of them as you pass the lantern back.
Hathis isn't standing at the front with a bloody torch. Yeah, so Hathis is going to fall back, still shining the torch up into the cavern, and say quietly to Monin and Sigmar, spiders, 3 big ones.
And so the torch diminishes even more. Arahad, it's very dark in there now.
But I'm moving back now, aren't I?
Yeah, so we're just going just in front of Sigmar.
Yeah.
So yeah, you didn't lose all sight of light in that room. It kind of lights up to about there now. Arahad, you move back. And that's it. But the room has gone damn dark again. You hear some skittering still. And then it's your action, Sigmar.
So, given that I can see better in the dark than most people, not just see but detect, and there is light in our room. Is that giving me any ability to see what's in that cavern? Anything I could shoot at, or
you can't see anything within? So, if you imagine drawing a line past that corner, you can see at that kind of angle, and you can't see any spiders there. You can see. So the light is. There is enough light for you to see pretty well up to the ceiling in that arc, but you can't see anywhere east of that.
If there's nothing to shoot at, then I will, and I'm not in Monin's way, then I will stay where I am with my bow ready to kill any threats.
Okay, you can hear what you were convinced it sounds like chattering, but there's no movement you can detect. Monin.
Monin's going to guide Sigmar back, pull him back a bit, because Arahad said about retreating backwards.
Up to you if you want to go with him, Sigmar.
Come back a bit, Sigmar.
Okay.
And then he's going to, I suppose, take out a bow. Might as well. So he takes out the great bow, and he's got a torch on hand. Okay, he'll just keep his warhammer and a torch. And then what he'll do is he'll just toss the torch kind of just into the darkness, just ahead. Because I presume with his eyesight he can see.
Yeah, give me I'm not sure if you've got a thrown check. What have you got? Yeah, the thrown dagger check, the grenade symbol. If you just make a thrown roll to see if you can hit that. In fact, you'd have to be the kind of square there. That's one you could probably see, or like at a cross between those 2 points. So just give me a thrown check. Otherwise, you may embed it in Arahad's head, catch his head on fire. That's pretty funny. I'll move it up. So it does. It kind of ricochets off the wall next to Arahad and just kind of falls down there, right at Arahad's feet. Kind of fortunate you didn't catch fire. But the torch is like, you saw him like wince and duck as it ricochets off the wall and shower of sparks next to him.
Rips.
But you, so Arahad, you can't really see much into that room.
I've moved back anyway, haven't I? Again, yeah.
You can see a sliver of light into the room, and there's torches burning on the floor just in front of you. No sign of any spiders at all.
Can you kick the torch from the room?
Arahad, that was your readied action. You've now got an action to act if you want.
And my next action. They don't seem to like the light, do they?
Not used to it.
No. I'm going to...
Well, you would sense they're beyond animal intelligence. Animals would have just run away probably from light. Yeah. This would maybe indicate they've seen light before. They're not that worried about it, but they don't want to be in it.
Yeah. So the light at the moment, I want to keep watching the ceiling, and I'm going to... Can I get switch to my bow? And if I see anything... So
it's a free action to change one weapon. Right. It's an action to change... to like sheath something and pick up something. So if you want to drop your sword, you can do, and you could draw your bow as a free action. Otherwise, you'll have to take an action to do both.
Yeah, I'll sheath my sword because I think I might need it. So I'll take an action.
So sheathing and drawing it's an action. You can still move there and get a bonus action.
All right, I'll stay where I am then with my bow ready in case I see anything.
You hear some skittering noises. Athos.
Athos will say, "What's going on? What are we doing?"
Okay, so I'm assuming that was all you're doing, Athos.
Well, yeah, I haven't got a clue what's going on, so I'm just standing there holding the torch. No one's talking to me, so yeah, I have no idea what the fighters are doing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, they'll speak, but they can't do yet. Okay. You hear some more skittering, and then it's Sigmar's action.
We're waiting for the spiders to come to us so we can kill them, and I'll do the same thing as I did before.
Okay. You can definitely hear some sounds of movement, but nothing has come into that sliver of light going into the cave, either at the ceiling or floor level. Arahad and well, everyone's kind of peering up there nervously. Monin, you're your action.
Monan's going to swap places with Hathis and get his bow out. So if he has to ready an action to wait for Hathis to move first, and that's what he does.
Yeah, you will. Yes, you're ready to swap places with Hathis, no problem. Arahad, it is now your action again. You've got a bow drawn. Yeah, you've got a bow drawn, and you are nervously looking up the passageway. Still can't see anything.
Yeah, I'm going to ready my bow to shoot anything I see.
Next up is you, Hathis. So
Hathis is sort of stepping away and back.
I'll just move you out there at the time being, Monin, and then Hathis nips around, and Monin, you move up into that space, peering around the corner, looking at who's going to jump first. Arahad.
Or Arachnid.
Maybe Arahad's part of the Arachnid force. Sigmar, you're up. A lot of nervous characters.
Are we going to go in and kill them, or are we going to stand here forever?
You said we were waiting for the spiders to appear so we could kill them.
Yeah, they don't appear to be appearing.
I think they're scared of the light, so we might want to dim
They're
the
cleverer
lights.
than... They're not stupid.
No. Unlike us. We'll just go in.
One of their numbers just been killed by missile weapons in 2 shots. So
Yeah, keeping...
Well, that's why I said, should we go in there and kill them?
Onan.
Yeah, it seems they're not coming out, doesn't it? So...
Aye,
I'm thinking is...
do we need to attack these spiders? Not our problem. We've opened up the mines. That's a hard fast problem now.
Yeah,
He had no problem before, and now he's got a spider problem.
We've opened it up so that the spiders can now get to the miners.
I suppose so.
Oh.
Okay, he's going to still ready in action, waiting for anything to come.
There's no sign of any spiders emerging, so we could... I think we are going to have to take them on, aren't we? We're going to have to run in and...
Could start setting fire to their webs.
Yeah, can we see webs to set fire to, John?
Nope.
From my point of view, we run in, that's exactly what the spiders want.
Yeah.
So how can we enrage them to come after us?
Well, we could do a little hit, run in, shoot them and run out again, couldn't we?
Or we could advance slowly in and spread out. And if
Well, we did see them and they haven't come towards us, have they, actually? So, yeah, we could advance slowly in, shine the torch down there, which seemed to keep them back, and just start firing arrows at them.
I think they're just holding back because they don't want to get peppered.
Yeah.
But Sigma, you're quite a tricky wee man. Don't you have the speed to run in, shoot, and run back out again? Just keep doing that.
I can try.
As long as they're not waiting for you to dart in and then they just...
Step aside, Arrowhead.
But if they do, Aaron had and myself will just run forward and hack them.
So Sigmar, you're running in with your bow drawn, yeah? Sigmar, you run in. Roll initiative.
Roll initiative. Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
basically,
I
I'm
think
going to run in. If there's something to shoot at, I'll shoot at it and run back. If there's nothing there, I'll go.
It's fine. You definitely see things to shoot at. It's just whether they react fast to you, because they're waiting for someone to run in, and you're trying to bow something at the ceiling, probably. So,
Yay! That's when I need it. The big boys come out.
Sigmar runs in looking left, not right, and immediately you run in. Spider jumps down. Multiple spiders jump down in front of you, but they literally have kind of come down from the ceiling, but they can't attack. I just unhide some. 3 spiders have jumped down right in front of you in their actions, Sigmar. Then it's your action. Everyone else roll initiative, so you'll be slotted in at the end of this round.
You could keep with the plan and get out, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm going to run in, shoot the one in front of me, and run it. If I miss, it's fine. I mean, if I get disadvantage.
Say you were going to shoot, and so just roll to attack. It's a disadvantage. You'll probably hit anyway. You're pretty damn good with the bow. So. They're on the floor now, though, which is definitely a positive for you guys. People with melee weapons can hit them now. Yes, you hit. So just, I think you are targeting him. It should be able to damage him now.
I'm going to roll this damage twice and take off the one that's...
Yeah. It definitely hit. It definitely was a smack. So are you using your nimble escape bonus action type feature to avoid attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, so basically, I've used 20 feet of movement. I've got 10 feet left, and I can use my nimble thingamajig to disengage or move further. I'm going to use it to disengage, and then I can use the 10 feet remaining movement to move back. Does that make sense?
Good call. Nice. So you run in. You definitely opened a can of worms. Lots of spiders jumped at you, ready to attack. You bowed one of them and then let back into down the passage. Another spider you see come down into the light area. It looks like they're all looking to surge forward now. Athos, you get to react next.
Yeah, Athos is not going to charge in and do anything too heroic. He's got the bullseye lantern, I believe, so he will try his best to shine the light from the right height, direction, etc., to illuminate the battle scene, and so people can see the spiders. So he'll concentrate on keeping the scene lit from the back, as it were.
I think it's time for a fireball, Heathers.
Yeah, if only. I'm working on it, lads.
Fire will be perfect right now. Monin, you've got I think you got your bow out at the moment, Monin, is that right?
Exactly, unfortunately. So he just throws his bow to the left there and draws his warhammer and shield and bangs
So
it.
which one do you want to draw first?
Warhammer.
Okay, so next round you can free action to draw a shield. You don't have it this round.
Okay.
And you can move if you want as well.
So Sigmar's trying to withdraw.
So Sigmar's backed off. You can definitely go past him if you want to move into attack.
Yeah, I'll move into hopefully go for me rather than...
Yeah, so that's 5, 10, 15 feet to there. I'll just move into the square. So you can definitely hit the large spider on the right, called Large.
Okay.
Good luck. That's a hit. Whoa. There's a thumping crunch as you bring your warhammer down on it. You feel a leg crunch underneath it, and there's a squeal from the spider.
Can I do action surge? I actually know I've done too much this round. Do I? Okay.
No, you can action surge. That's on top of an action.
Okay, I'll action surge and so I'm going to try another hit.
Yep. Whoa, that's a nice hit. Wow, you lent 2 massive crunching blows into it. Seems pretty thick carapace this thing's got.
And a headache.
It's definitely got a headache now, and it's got like a beaky proboscis that it attacks you with, Monin.
Okay.
And it jabs out at your leg, and it just bounces off your metal leg guard and misses you completely. But the one right up in front of you lunges forwards and it also attacks. So this swings. It's really strange. It kind of arches up on its rear legs and then vaults into you with a tail stinger as it moves in, Monin. But it again misses you completely. It kind of scrapes along the ground. And then you hear and see some more skittering. Another spider drops down from the ceiling, and then it's your action, Arrowhead.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. I'll keep my broadsword out. Then I'll hold an action in case I get a chance to hit something, but preferably an enemy.
That's good. So you're not moving back or anything. You're just staying where you are, staying around.
The others can get past me, can't they? I'm
Yeah,
not
they can.
blocking them in. So. Yeah.
All right, just hit next actor, and then Sigmar's your action.
Yeah.
So Sigmar, you still got your bow out.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Well, I can't hit the wounded one, I don't think.
You can at -5. There's like a portion, a tiny bit of it sticking there. If you want, it's got 3/4 cover at least.
I don't think I need to. I'm going to go for obscenely unyielding. So is that -2 because Monin in the way?
Yeah, just -2 for Monin. But other than that, if you hit, it's a sneak attack. That's a hit.
No.
Oh, mackerel. Okay.
No.
So roll
bad.
again.
I won't bother re-rolling that. I'll assume.
No, take it.
So this, what does that look like, Sigmar?
He basically crouches down, shoots between Monin's legs up into the spider's underbelly as it's about to bite him, and
You feel a fletching past your nether regions, Monin.
Oh, maybe wee stones.
Nice job. And then you kind of move back. That's cool. And then we'll make this the final action of the round. Another spider kind of skitters around and kind of looks like he's hidden behind a wall. You can still see a little bit of him.
And that's where that session finished. So let's move on to the next one, just so we can finish this fight. Arahad's player is missing on this one.
And it is now Hathas's action.
Ooh. So we probably want to fall back to where Arahad is and get 2 of us round one of them.
Yep.
So I will call Monin, fall back! And I will move 5 foot out of the way, and that's all I will do.
Monin will do exactly that then. He'll start pulling his back, put his shield up, and if there's such an action as be able to parry going backwards, you try and stay in contact with them, just to try and lead them back rather than just sort of run backwards.
So disengage is basically you're taking a lot of care to parry, essentially. So that I think that's what you're doing. It may take like 10 seconds or so to get everyone back in that area, but you're starting now. No, that'll mean only one of them will be able to come after you. Okay.
Well, they are spiders, so they can climb walls and ceilings with ease, can't they?
They can. That's fine. Okay. So a large spider comes skittering around, sort of ceiling wall high to you. Took the bait and is attacking you. So this should be a disadvantage. And misses you wildly. You get a solid block in with the shield.
He's a pirate.
Other starts crowding in behind. It looks like they're taking the bait. It's Arahad's action. What I'll do is I'll clear Arahad so someone else can play him for the time being. Any takers?
I'm happy to.
Okay.
Because Hathas isn't participating in this combat, so...
Give you a sword to swing. That's it.
That's a start. And then he will move back 5 foot to give 10 foot to give Monin somewhere to go.
Okay, so the spider, the arrow strikes it, kind of looks like it damages a leg, but doesn't do a lot of damage to it.
No.
And then you move back.
Yeah.
I'll fire at the one that's in front of Monin, actually, because then I'll get sneak attack. So.
Okay. So you just peer around the... Yeah.
Woohoo!
That's a miss.
Yes. Monin, you stop barging me.
Love it.
Okay, large spider
Unusually ample.
Unusually ample. Skitters kind of, he's at ceiling level and just goes around the corner a little bit looking for a way through. Can't really find one. Colleagues are in the way.
Hathas will hold the torch up valiantly and will say to Monin, keep coming back, Monin, the way is clear. And that's all Hathas will do.
Okay, Monin will step back another 5 feet. I'm not too sure how far I want it back. Is that far enough?
I'll tune in next turn for me to answer.
Arahad could probably... I know you're still dodging there, Monin.
Yeah, just put it on.
Okay, the large spider does exactly what you kind of expected it to do, and it has I've got 2 targets here, and it targets Monin, which doesn't really surprise me, and misses Monin by a long way. Doesn't even strike close to you. Fine Bone comes in, scuttles in a bit closer off around the ceiling, and self-loathing walk, scuttling along the wall. Arahad, you're up next.
Is there anyone that Arahad can hit with a clear strike, or is he going to be at -2, whichever one he goes for?
Fine Bone is at the ceiling, as is self-loathing walk, so Fine Bone is the only one that you won't get a penalty for.
I'll go for Fine Bone then, so get rid of that. Go for that.
Good luck.
No.
That actually hit, so just roll damage for it.
Fantastico.
Okay.
Yes.
Arrow struck home, it's sticking out of its carapace.
Last thing he'll do, he'll say, that's fine, Monin. That's far enough. And then they'll do.
You could switch positions with Sigma. I'm sure you know that, actually. Sigma, you're up.
I would use my free roguey action to disengage.
Yep.
And then take a shot at the one I already had targeted.
That's a hit, though.
That's a hit.
That should do it.
Ouch, it says. The large spider collapses, legs kind of curl up underneath it with a sort of hiss as it dies. Unusually ample. Now, this is at the ceiling level. It scatters above its colleagues, 5, 10, 15, above Monin, 20, and it gets to the wall. It's about 15 feet up on the ceiling, and it's eyeing everyone below it carefully, and then it makes a decision. 1, 2 Hathors, 3, 4 Sigma, 5, 6 Monin. To
Sigma.
attack Sigma. Oh, you can. I just realised you can see all my dice rolls now. So it comes down the wall about another 5 feet. So it's about 5 feet up now, Sigma, near your head level, and it attacks you with a beak. And you hit. Ow!
I've been beaked!
It beaked you with a spidery beak. And, more importantly, oh no!
It's turning green and nauseous.
You feel this ichor dripping into your bite. And
you just got my save for me.
It does it automatically, yeah. It creates a cold pain at the site of the bite, and you're feeling very sickened. Hathis.
Have I noticed the fact that my colleague has been poisoned?
Give me a perception check, because he was right next to you.
Yeah. And it will be something I'm concerned about. In the tower or in the open? We know he's poisoned. It's just a question.
Yeah, you can do it in the open. That's fine. Did you fail by Sigma? No, you spot that. It's pretty bad.
In which case, I will touch Sigma in a healing kind of way, expend a hit dice to remove the poisoned, to neutralize the poison. Conditions are removed instantly, but poisons require the creature to take a long rest before they are removed. So that, yeah.
That's not going to have any impact now, then. All right.
No, okay. In which case, I should say, I can cure that later. Right now, we need to kill the beast, and Hathis will attempt to smack the spider with his quarterstaff.
This is back in business.
Back in the game. Take that, you fiend. And he'll stand his ground, and that's it. Monin.
So unusually ample is at ground level enough to I can strike if I need to.
He's about 5 feet up the wall, but you can definitely hit him.
Great, I'll try and hit him then. And I'd like to burn an inspiration, please. Oh!
Worth doing.
Yes.
That sounded messy. So what did that look like, Monin?
Well, he's 5 foot up, so I suppose if anything, he does almost like a little silly jump up, but somehow it works and cracks it. Just on one. What is it? It's not dead, is it? No. So you manage to crack it on one of the mandibles, just where it reaches the abdomen. Ha! Take that, you wee bastard!
There's a big squelchy sound. Sigma, you're covered in a bit of ichor paused out of this thing all over sprays the walls into your face as it does you, Hathis. Monin looks in his element. Then next up is Fine Boned. So Fine Boned was already at the ceiling. It skitters forwards, 5, 10, 15, drops down 20, 25 actually, right behind
grim swines these are.
Arahad. Flooding into the cavern now, and it stays at the ceiling, and it flings a web from its spinner at you, Arahad. Oh, and it hits you. And you're stuck. Your arm is stuck up and back, and it kind of pins your arm to the wall where you were holding your bow, and it's very, very strong webbing. You're literally just kind of stuck to the wall right now.
It's not good.
Another one comes scuttling in, drops down to floor level, and attacks Monin.
Whose idea was it to pull back so we've got bold?
Silence in the ranks.
So this is this thing is also at ceiling high, Monin, and it is attacking you with another web.
Yeah.
Although this absolutely flummoxes it. It kind of gets tangled up in its own legs when it tries to fling this web out, and it's actually restrained itself. After that, Arahad, you're up.
So how badly restrained trust is Arahad? Can he try and break his way out of it? Can he use his free hand with his dagger to cut his way out of it? You said he's on a hat.
You need to make another successful check. So restrain means you can't attack or move.
Right.
So you need to make a strength check to try and break free, and that includes basically using whatever weapons you have and stuff. Oh wow, that looked like a 16 on the desktop.
Sadly not.
That fails.
Help! I seem to be stuck to the wall. I don't know why Arrowhead's speaking like that.
He's speaking like Hathis. Okay. Next
no,
up
not.
is Sigmar.
So what effect is this poisoning having on me?
So poisoned, I believe, gives you disadvantage to checks. You feel sick. It might give you disadvantage to attacks. I can't remember. It's automatically coded. So.
But I'm not feeling great. I'm going to drop my bow and try and stab this thing.
Okay.
Well,
wow.
That's disadvantage.
That is impressive.
Okay.
That was 18 with disadvantage.
Get off me! And you want some damage, won't you?
That'll do nicely.
Wow. So Sigmar throws up on his boots nearly. He's gone green and sweaty, but lunges out with his broadsword and skewers it straight between the mandibles right into the brain, and it just collapses around his sword, shrieking. I wonder if I can do a shriek.
Just do one yourself, John. Go, ah!
That wasn't really a loud shriek, was it? Anyway, okay.
And then I'm going to make the wriggle on my arse backwards to there.
Gotcha.
So
another spider down.
Yeah, that one's dead. Hathis. Moan looks all right. Arahad looks in danger, so Hathis will dart to help Arahad. So Moan will dart.
Difficult terrain, those tables there, so that's 10 foot of movement, but you can kind of get off onto the bench the other side.
He'll vault nimbly onto the table, John, and hop onto the stool and then smack. He was going to attack the spider. He's not going to try.
The dice will be the judge of that. This is on fire.
Yeah! Get off him!
This is hilarious. Greatest warrior known to Middle-Earth. So Hathis again smashes his quarterstaff in a massive two-handed arc. It's the slowest attack you've ever seen, but the thing is completely oblivious to it. It just brains it. Well done, Hathis.
He'll say, "Stop mucking around, Arahad, and get back in there."
Monin, you're up.
Is self-loathing within striking distance?
It's actually right up at the ceiling, and if you remember it's stuck in its own webs there at the moment. It's looking to try and get free, or maybe even escape, but right now it's stuck.
I guess then he'll have to switch to a ranged weapon because he wouldn't be able to reach it, will he?
No, he can't. No.
Okay, so he'll switch to the great bow, and I don't know if he's got enough actions to be able to shoot this round either as well.
So if you just drop your weapon, you can do. If you are
drop foe crusher, never.
No, I thought not. So you just reverentially put foe crusher back in the sheath or the belt loop and draw your long great bow. You can actually move if you want because you're not in a threat range. If you want to just get a better angle on it.
Okay.
So the monstrosity's self-loathing walk attempts to break free of his own web. It ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing. So it gets out really easily. And it scuttles down the wall and attacks Monin there. So and it's attempting to sting you as the web didn't work and misses with it stabs the floor, the stone table next to you. Arahad, you're still restrained.
Yeah, Arahad is going to try and Break 3. There's a song about that.
Yep, you make it easily. Let me just remove the restrained effect.
He had his bow out. Can he? What he'd love to do is draw his sword, step 5 foot forward, and hit the beast. But presumably, breaking free was an action, was it?
Yeah, so you don't get any action. You can step forward, or as a free action, drop your bow. Or, as you can't attack this round anyway, you can use free action just to put your bow away.
Fine, he'll do that.
All right, Sigmar, you're feeling a bit green still.
So I dropped my bow in the square that Monin is in. Can I reach forward and grab it from there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do that. I assume it'll take my action, so I'll just essentially go. Oh, I don't feel well. Grab my bow and start loading it.
Okay. Hathis.
Whoa, this isn't wise. So it's a numbers game, though. So Hathis will move up to there and attempt to clunk the creature. He's not going to kill it, but we need numbers on him, so he'll attack it with the old quarterstaff. Oh, boink.
Oh.
He's in the danger zone, but luckily, so's Monin.
Can I hit it?
Monin the pirate.
Monin's back in business.
Back online.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Ho
Big chunking thwack with foe crusher. Goes. Many of its eyes start crossing, but they kind of refocus on him after a short while. It takes a look around and spits a web out at Monin again, which hits you, Monin. You are restrained, unfortunately. It then skitters backwards, so you can get a free. You can't get an attack, Monin, because you're restrained. But Hathis, as it leaves that threat range, you can get an attack.
No, this can't be right. No.
Ah, didn't kill it. But whose side are you on, Monin?
And it scuttles 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and it disappears from view. And you can hear this scuttling continue afterwards. Arahad, you're up.
So if Arahad was to rush to here, drawing his bow back out as he ran, because he hadn't drawn his sword, he'd put his bow away. If he ran to there, drawing his bow, hoping to shoot it when he goes around the corner.
That's a free action to get to there, but it's very dark in there.
Okay, he's still going to try and nail it before it escapes.
So first of all, give me a perception check at. They're pretty well camouflaged at disadvantage because it's dark. Ah, damn it! It's disappeared. It's too dark in there.
Damn, it's escaped. Where is it? He's
Okay, I can't see it. You'll need someone with better eyesight or a light source.
It's got away.
Sigmar.
Oh well, the enemy has fled and or been defeated. So yeah, I'm gonna pull myself up onto one of those benches and go. Oh, I feel unwell.
Okay. And Hathis, you're up next.
Go to there, holding the torch up.
Okay.
Quickly, can you see it?
So you can see the spider scuttling away on the wall to the south of you. It didn't get that much further.
No.
But that's all you can do.
It's here, Monin.
I think the last time Monin got squirted with web, he ended up losing half his beard. So he's going to take it very gingerly to try and get himself out of this web. Ah, me beard!
He's got a bit of webbing caught in his beard. He was very gingerly trying to literally
that stings.
Pick it free with tweezers, but didn't make it. It starts scuttling backwards and disappears into the darkness out of your range of vision, moving very quickly for a spider. Now it's Arahad.
Arahad will wait to go after Hathis. So Hathis, he's going to say, Hathis, you go first, light the way, and he will then delay his movement and attack until after Hathis has gone in first to light the way.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's charging in the dark all the time, yeah?
Yeah, makes sense. Sigmar, you're feeling still really sick. You're a bit shivery, and you can see faint black tracks from that bite just tracking up in your veins around the wound.
Yeah, I'm going to start looking at the poison.
Okay. Hathis. Hathis leading the charge. Who'd have thought?
His plan is to move to about there. Oh, hang on, to the centre of the square above. Move to about there, but it depends a little bit on what gets unveiled along the way.
Sure. So I'll do some unveiling. So it lights up a lot more of the cave. Give me a perception check. Nothing's obvious. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. It's kind of, you just see some legs peeking around the top, which looks obviously spider-like. So it's in that square there. I'm not sure if you can actually see that because it's partly.
I can see something. So what he will do is, if he's got 10 more movement, he will move to there and point the torch and his hand at where the spider is and say, "There, here he is, Arrowhead."
Okay. So that triggers Arrowhead's ready in action.
Yes.
Yay.
Got it.
And this thing, arrow strikes cleanly home, and it literally just falls from the ceiling, crunches into the floor below, and you have just defeated a nest of spiders. Well done, guys.
Yay.
I'll take you out of initiative. Although Sigmar is looking very, very ill. He's profusely sweating, not looking good at all.
And that's where we'll leave this episode. We'll continue next time, going in further into the Dwarvish Mines and see what we find there. Thanks for watching, listening, subscribing, following, all that lovely stuff. Catch you next time. Happy gaming. Cheers.